exciting today because Tom Ford's new beauty line has launched, and it's a little bit of skincare and loads of just so luxurious makeup. It's unbelievable. So I've been like a kid in a candy shop, poking around and everything, and what I've tried to do is a tutorial on the look from the campaign, which stars Lara Stone and also Tom Ford, but I couldn't get him to come and be in my video, unfortunately. But I've tried to recreate the look that they've done on Lara Stone, which is using really nice reddish nude tones all over the face. So here's the look from the campaign. This is the actual campaign picture. And now I'm going to show you how I did it. So without further ado, we shall go back to the beginning. First of all, I'm going to do my foundation, and they've made Lara's skin very pale and translucent looking. So I'm going to be using the Traceless foundation, and I'm going to use that in Alabaster, which is probably a shade lighter than I would normally go, and because it's summer as well, I'm a little bit tan, so I just want to take my colour down a little bit and get that really flawless look. And I'm using fingertips, and then I'm going to blend with a brush. You can see that this foundation has got an incredible luminescence to it. It's really very illuminating. It's just got this amazing glow that's kind of coming off my skin. And although it's very light to go on in formula, it feels really nourishing and moisturising. It's got a very nice finish. It's quite dewy, it's not dry or matte in the slightest. That's my base done, and now I'm going to do my cheek colour. And Lara's got very structured cheekbones, a lot higher than mine are and a lot sharper. So I'm going to do what they've done in the campaign picture and really darken underneath the cheekbones, but possibly slightly more than they've even done on her. I'm using the cheek colour that they've used in the campaign. This is a really beautiful bronzy blush, and that's called Savage. And I'm using the face brush, cheek brush. And they've taken the shade all the way down here, almost to the mouth, so it's really creating this angle, which Lara has anyway, but it's quite a good way of creating cheekbones on yourself. This is actually very pigmented, so you have to buff it in quite well. And there's also a little bit of shimmer, so it's quite glamorous. Really like this shade. I'm going to be using the Colour Quad in Cognac Sable, which is the same that they used in the campaign picture. And it looks to me as though they've really concentrated on this shade here, very coppery tone. Which will look a lot different on Lara because she's got very dark eyes, mine are blue. So it'll be a little bit of a different effect. And it seems to be quite a general wash of this colour, and then very dark towards the lash line and the outside of the eye, just giving it that depth. Such a beautiful shade, really powerful and sparkly. And I'm taking that almost to the eyebrow. And there's also some of the copper underneath, on the lower lash line. And then almost a very light highlight on that inner corner, so I'm just going to use this light goldy colour here. And then I'm going to go in with a darker shade on the lash line and towards the outside of the eye, just to really give it some depth. So that's just given the eyes depth towards the outside and made them a little bit more defined, but I'm not doing the full-on smoky eye because to me it just looks like, you know, there's a lovely wash of the same kind of tones throughout the face, so I really like that. It's a very sophisticated look. And now I'm going to finish with the lips. Lara's lips have been done in Cocoa Ravish, which is this beautiful dark nude lipstick. And you might notice that the lipsticks now aren't in the usual white casing, they're now in black. It's very chic. It's just absolutely silky smooth to apply. Beautiful, beautiful colour. And then I've topped that off with Ultra Shine Lip Gloss in Rose Crush, just to give it that real photo finish. Very glamorous. I'm just going to pop a little bit of powder on the T-zone just because I want my skin to look radiant, but I want that to look non-oily. So I'm using the translucent finishing powder, and this is in shade 2, which is Ivory Fawn. Comes with a really nice brush. Normally I don't use brushes from compacts, but this feels pretty good. And there's my finished look. Not identical, obviously, to the campaign picture, but this is my interpretation. Nice and wearable, I think, and I love the way that one tone's been taken and used in different ways, in different parts of the face. I just think it's a really beautiful look, and I know that taking one colour and using it on the eyes, the lips, the cheeks is quite big for this autumn-winter. So there we go. I adore this collection. Everything feels very luxurious and is very luxurious. Everything's beautiful to use, and I particularly like this look. I should be wearing this all through the winter. So that's my little tutorial for the Lara Stone Tom Ford Nude campaign look, and I shall see you in the next video.